Judgment on this earth.
I just tripped off that, dog. Like, really looking to again, like, when I said that, it just dawned on me. How long ago you cut the hair? How long ago you cut the hair?
Yeah.
You had dreads when you played with it? You had dreads? Oh, okay, mama, maybe I'm tripping.
But I took a oath that I was spread up and blaze the truth on any motherfucker. Yo. Hey, bury me a priest. Up at night, I never sleep. Contemplating how to set my people free. Bury me a priest. Revolution, I be moving. Got the feds, get a virus in these streets. Nigga, bury me a priest. Who stored honor to my dad's name? He died before he ever got to see. Bury me a priest. If this devil rest in peace, tell my kids that it died on his feet. Bury me a priest. So cold-blooded, but the hoes love it. Posted with the low stugging. In 15, I got caught up with the wrong spot. The cop tried to whip me till my nose blooded. Now I'm fighting back, bad. Suit up all my niggas in it, black. Troopers with them killers in it, yeah. Catch me on the corner going hard with the motherfucking facts. Lays on your bitch ass. Swap the truth for change, then I get cash. Bring it to the table, then we split that. This that nation good to blow to make the dead turn their neck like a whiplash. Bury me a priest. Up at night, I never sleep. Contemplating how to set my people free. Bury me a priest. Revolution, I be moving. Got the feds, get a virus in these streets. Nigga, bury me a priest. Who stored honor to my dad's name? He died before he ever got to see. Bury me a priest. If this devil rest in peace, tell my kids that it died on his feet. Bury me a priest. I'm from the south and New Trail up in Cardell. Had a nigga by the name of Cardell. If Penny ain't his real name, he put me on the work from the cartel. Bitch, I ain't a snitch, never snitch. Then I hit my brother up, I kinda lit. This right before the truth, that shit legit. We can ship it by the truck loaded. By the end of summer, we gon' hit, nigga. Yeah. About to be the man on they bitch ass. Got green plus the Zans on they bitch ass. Pop a rubber band on the bitch ass. The fuck a nigga saying I don't check cash. The slowly caught up while I ride down the I-95, thinking about my daughter's eyes on some real shit. My partner caught a case, faced the time. What the fuck is going through a nigga's mind on some real shit? My daddy passed away while I was crying, but my pride won't let me keep crying on some real shit. Some gotta give shit, cause somebody gotta make it out these streets. To bury me a priest. Up at night, I never sleep. Contemplating how to set my people free. Bury me a priest. Revolution, I be moving. Got the feds, get a virus in these streets. Nigga, bury me a priest. Who's throwing honor to my dad's name? He died before he ever got to see. Bury me a priest. If this devil rest in peace, tell my kids that it died on his feet. Bury me a priest.
I got the grapes in the glass, strong drinking hand. You heard what I said? That's a good keeper in the 16 of lead. Word beating red, nobody's bad. That's a good dude. Got the grapes in the glass, strong drinking hand. You heard what I said? That's a good keeper in the 16 of lead. Word beating red, nobody's bad. That's a good dude. I tell you 58 and 1. The word is my gun. I aim at my brethren, my weapon save the sun. Banana clip the message for the breakfast in the young. Some take it easy, but the others just run. The rebel like we dumb about James 1 and 1. Yahweh ride him, Yahweh Jabba rock the thought. That's ancient Hebrew 101. Since you wanna speak in tongues, so you can call upon the name of the Father to the Son. Now we eating up the road. We reading like the clubs, reading back in 24. In the blood, Zechariah 4, people take it out of war is one. Lord, that's your Allah out of Mount Zion. I got the grapes in the glass, strong drinking hand. You heard what I said? That's a good deeper than the 16 of lead. The word being red, nobody's bad. That's a good dude. Got the grapes in the glass, strong drinking hand. You heard what I said? That's a good deeper than the 16 of lead. The word being red, nobody's bad. That's a good dude. You're telling people the law is done away with, since you don't know the precept. We stop and lay in his commands on the truth. My daily meditation is the teacher Jesus that they will never be the same when you come to see. There's no perfect temptation. Eat them to see. Stay away from divination. The same way you shoot. As for all the other nations, I'd say the 14 into a change in occupation. When it comes to salvation, we know it's of the Jews. John chapter 4, verse 42. That's the good news. We got another kingdom. You can live a life and not watch the black power in the world. Teaching for the world. Religious feeling nothing's a bloodshed. But these real feelings, as far as I'm concerned, good friends. Why should I apply to the wicked man? All righteous religion got the grapes in the glass. Strong drinking hand. You heard what I said. That's a good keeper in the 16 of lead. The word even red. Nobody's bad. That's a done deal. Got the grapes in the glass. Strong drinking hand. You heard what I said. That's a done deal. Grip in the 16 of lead. Word being red. Nobody's bad. That's a done deal. Some people say the truth hurts. With me, you never bother. The team trying to steer it up. Carry across the water. The most high. Throws out. Little father. 14 now. To come on his famous slaughter. He didn't want the water. He did it out of collar. They celebrate the transatlantic slave trade started. Living in the virgin daughter. Life is getting harder. Still trying to be a baller. Realize you always always your shine is the law. Get a total recall. Obadiah had the vision, so it's just the Esau. And then it goes back up. We can die to a thing in heaven, and I wanna see you as a prince of the power with my brothers in the group. No proof from the cowards from the going in the booth. As the seeds of the dead, Israelites bear fruit. How is I cut the heathen down in one fell swoop? I got the grapes in the glass, strong drinking hand. You heard what I said? That's a good keeper in the 16 of lead. Word even red, nobody's bad. That's a good keeper. Got the grapes in the glass, strong drinking hand. You heard what I said? That's a good keeper in the 16 of lead. Word being red, nobody's bad. That's a done deal. I got the grapes in the glass, strong drinking hand. You heard what I said? That's a good keeper in the 16 of lead. The word being red, nobody's bad. That's a done deal. That's a done deal. That's a done deal.
Yeah, Shalom Israel. It's the Sharpened Sword Radio, you understand, under the managerial Hana of the ISUPK. It's another episode going down, man. Get the Most High hand. We had another glorious event this weekend. You know what I'm saying? This past Friday, we had another 13,000 pounds of food, man, given it to our people in need. You understand? COVID-19 ain't over. The destruction to come to America ain't over. You understand? And that's what our people still need. So we out here taking care of them, okay? Everybody did a wonderful job helping. You understand? We got KC in the building. You understand? Give KC a hand. We got Officer Kumaya in this bush. You understand? We got a young man Clyde in this bitch. Came to do some work in here. You understand? Y'all know I got my dudes and killers up in here. You understand? Officer Fine, that kill you, try to mess with me. Officer Cabal, the kill you, try to mess with me. I said it on earth. You understand? Y'all mess with me, they gonna get you. No, but for real, you know what I mean? Man, we got a pretty good show lined up for today. We're gonna talk about this Juneteenth event that was hijacked by the homosexuals, man.
Right.
You understand? It's disgusting. It's a disgrace. It's a damn shame to continue to see this nonsense over and over and over again. The same garbage being shoveled on black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people over and over and over again. You understand? And the Christian church is responsible for it. The Black Christian Church, your Black Lives Matter organization, and all of their affiliates, you understand, and the Black Lives Matter Coalition and everybody out, they all responsible, man. You understand? They are all working together. Like, for instance, some of them at the event was speaking, and they were so-called speaking out against white supremacy. And what they really don't understand is they are just as big as the white supremacy.
Right.
You understand? They major and deep off into it because you're pushing their agenda. You understand? It was sick. It was disgusting. You know what I'm saying? They came out with a what they call a list of demands. We're gonna get to that and everything in just 1 second. But let's get to I'm gonna go over the dumbass meme of the week. You understand? We got a couple of those that I definitely want to go over. The dumbass meme. We got some dumbass memes with an S of the week. There was so many of them. Got that. You understand? Give me 1 second. Got a couple of them here. I got to show these. Oh my God. Let's see. Y'all see them? Hey. Okay, he said, let me see if I can make it larger. Y'all see it a little better?
No.
It said, you dudes better get it through y'all head that the Most High made the woman so that we wouldn't be lonely and to be a helpmate for the man. Yet, y'all want to be around y'all homeboys all day. Think of one day we woke up and God removed all women from the planet. We would go crazy. I know I would. I can't wait until you either get in the truth or the Most High remove your gay ass from the planet.
Right.
You understand? I'm just sick of these sissies catering to these sisters. You understand? We actually need each other.
Right.
Don't just sit here and push that stuff on the man just because he hang with his partners and like to play basketball and play the game and drink a little beer with his homies. It's just certain things that you know what I'm saying? You chill with the brothers a certain way, you chill with your lady a certain way. You understand? I remember my grandfather, he had told me when I was little, he said, son, you get you a car, a little car. So he said, when you get you a little car, he said, I don't know a whole bunch of niggas, 4, 5 niggas in the car. He said, get you a lady. He said, get you a woman. You ride around with you a woman. That's what a little girl, you hear me? I was like, damn, you right. I be seeing you roll around all your goddamn women and all of them look good. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know? But it's just certain things that you do with your woman. You understand? Like I know some brothers and some sisters, they sit and play the game together. No big deal, no problem.
Right.
You understand? If you got a what they call a gamer chick, you understand? Right. Hey, if you got long as she ain't a stoner chick, okay?
Right.
Long as she ain't a stoner chick, you good to go. You can work with a gamer chick. You know, she sit there and play you in Mortal Kombat. She made you mad. You really go in and beat that ass and that thing. Get over here. You know what I'm saying? You really put that ass up in the game. Ain't no sweat. Get that off. You know, but when you with your woman, it's one thing. But then when you with your brothers, it's something totally different.
Right.
You know, go ahead,
So that's just because outside of the UPK, they don't understand brotherhood.
No, they don't.
You simply, like you said, you know, there's certain things you just do with your brothers. You don't prepare for battle. And that's what we got to do. We got to go to war.
Right.
You don't prepare for battle with your woman.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? You know.
No, I mean, we go to war, me and my woman, but it ain't that kind of war.
Right.
You know, like I said, we do what you do with your woman. That's a totally different feeling, man. You understand? And with your brothers, like you said, they don't know brotherhood. Brotherhood don't even exist outside of these 4 walls, man. Outside of the Israelite school, universal practical knowledge and the commandments and the Hana, it just don't exist.
Right.
We just gotta face that fact. You know what I mean? It's nowhere else in the world. I ain't seen it. You understand? I know when I was in the world, I was dying for it and didn't have it. No, I couldn't find it nowhere, even out of my own family. You understand? It just didn't exist. Get that money. Go ahead, bro.
Cap said, fix the sound.
Fix the sound.
Kind.
It should be on the mic jack already. Check the settings on the it's on the check and see if you can hear it. Good. You know what you might have to do? You might have to go into the control panel and you know what? Go to the control panel, look for the mic, and look for the little booster, the microphone booster. It might have, because it updated, so I don't know if that has something to do with it. It might have knocked it off.
It's doing that same thing that I told you about when I was conference on the video. That might have been my daughter or the video. It was the video is frozen, but the sound is coming through, but it's real like it's got a lot of white noise in the back.
Yeah,
So
that's
probably the issue catch something on.
Yeah. Okay, those were slightly about the technical difficulty. That's how my phone did. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? My phone did that yesterday when we was feeding the people. They kept freezing, yeah. They kept freezing that. Look, Satan and Esau want us and no shine around here. You know?
Right.
He turn around, he trying to jam everything up. I know none of my phones ever work. You know what I'm saying? As I'm recording, watching the brothers give the people the truth and give them their good food, man, I'm looking at my phone like, God, holy, it wouldn't record for nothing. He was talking, then when you was talking, we at the end, it went out. You see what I'm talking about, bro? It should be like a little mic in the top corner where it say booster. Is it all the way up? Click it. Not in the right top corner, but I'm saying on the thing, on the screen, where you got the microphone. It show you the volumes and all of that. Turn it all the way up. It's a little microphone little thing, and it'll boost it. It says microphone boost. You'll find it.
In the studio.
Huh?
Inside the studio.
I put inside the little option. Yeah.
Go to the studio.
Go in the control panel. Yeah, you gotta go in there and find it. We're gonna keep it moving, man. Lord willing, gotta get that sound issue going. Like I said, that might be what it is. It might have upgraded and then turned around and offset it. Yeah, nice and loud. Yeah, it's nice and loud where it's supposed to be. So anyway, let's go to the next. Let's go to the next dumbass man. This is a dumbass nigga right here. Look at this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Got on a shirt that says, "Dear police, I am a white woman." Like, oh my God. That is so, hey, like, come on, man.
Dang.
You understand? You went from begging, I am a man, to I'm a bitch. You understand? Come on, man. That's disgusting. You gotta put on a shirt and say, I'm a white woman? Like, you can't even be who you want. You gotta switch your little, the seat love. Let's tread your ways to seek love. That is disgusting, man. Let's get real quick.
Jeremiah 2:33. Why trimmest thou way to seek love?
Why are you trimming your ways to seek love from the oppressor and to not be shot by the oppressor, to not be pulled over by, hey, you ain't never been in jail? Hey, I know I have. Shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never got pulled over? I know I have. You understand? Like, come on. If the cops ain't never lied to you and told you a reason why they're pulling you over was tell them one thing and they did something else, and you know what I'm saying? Like, damn. I had one pull me over a couple months ago, and I'm swerving in the lane, right? Oh my gosh, so many potholes. And I'm talking about, man. And I'm sick of hitting them goddamn holes. Boy, St.LOUIS Street, drag his head. And I'm turning around, I'm swerving, trying not to hit the goddamn pothole, you know? And then the police whirled me over. Is there any reason to swerve, drinking? I said, do you drive these streets just the same as I do, man? I said, you know all the goddamn holes back there. Oh, okay, well, license and registration. Turn around, get my info, come back. Well, maybe it was the pothole. You understand? Like, he knew he had somebody drunk or high or something.
Right.
He had somebody who was going to pull out the car, beat him and kill him and get his next promotion.
Right.
You know? But then, like I said, but damn, you ain't never been pulled over. And you never been harassed by the cops. I remember when I was I was what, 14, 15. I was in high school. I was at Beaumont, and boy, they had security tougher than me. They had the police security, regular security, the police security. You know what I'm saying? And turn around, and I'm in the class, clowning, you know, talking, laughing, joking, doing all that. Cop turn around, walk past the class, heard all, I'm joking, I heard everybody laughing, ain't nobody paying attention to the teacher. He doubled back, sees me doing all the clowning, right? He said, excuse me, teacher, he said, come here. Tell me to come out the hallway. He turned around, got up in my face, said, fuck you in there doing? What the fuck you in there talking, making all the goddamn noise, shut the fuck up. He started talking all shit, right? I said, man, get off me. He in my face, like I'm talking about, like trying to punk me and shit. You know, I said, man, get out my face. I said, back up. You know what I'm saying? I took my hand, like, out my face. He took my hand, turned around, spun me around the wall, bent my finger and shit. I'm breaking, trying to get it in. You know what I mean? And then when I turned, I said, let me the fuck go. He turned around, the teacher heard it. Teacher heard what was going on, and he let me go. So I'm in class doing that anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And try to switch it up.
Right.
You know, so like I mean, damn, it didn't happen to all of us, like, I'm sure. You know what I mean? But, damn, don't be a bitch about it. You understand? I ain't have a shirt saying I'm a white girl. You understand? I'm your officer, I'm a white girl. No, please. You understand? Damn that. He a man. Goddamn.
Right.
You understand? He a man. Okay? But this dude is a whole bitch. You understand? Let's go to the next one. Here's another bitch. You understand? He looked like one. Look at his face all shaved. You understand? Completely bald. Who got on the shirt say white lives matter too? Of course white lives matter. They don't matter too. White lives matter. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody killing them. Blowing them away. They can jog. They can jog in our neighborhood, not just their own.
Right.
They can jog in our neighborhood. You understand? You know how many white folks I see right here in the hood jogging and walking their dogs? You understand? Like, come on. Like, it's crazy.
If they had any problem, they mess around and get a black escort. We love to protect them.
Come on, man. Come on.
Escorts like the Secret Service going through the hood.
Man, it's really, like, crazy.
Right.
Yeah, you for real. Like I said, nobody bothers them. I remember I seen there's two things that I saw. I saw one in person a long time ago, and I saw a video recently. One I seen where this brother, look young cat, like 16, man, on that heroin, crazy. He in the park talking about, man, I was snotty and all, you know, snotty and all this, I'm nodding and all this. He say, man, I turned around, went all through my pockets and did this. I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? What else did they want to do? You know what I mean? Like, all kinds of stuff. He just in the park sleep all night, nodding and howling on the heroin. He turned around and somebody went through his pocket. I seen a video recently where a white man and a white woman was high out of their mind in their vehicle. And they like, come on, y'all, wake up, man. Get up, y'all, man, here, man. This is the wrong place for that. What's wrong, man? No, come on, y'all. Get them some milk. Get them some water. Get them some milk. Get them some milk. Call police. Call the ambulance. I mean, them niggas was that, but then the brother, you turn around and see him and go through his pocket.
Right.
You understand? But then with the white man, you, oh, come on, y'all. Come on, stay with me, y'all.
Right.
Come on, y'all. No, and nobody, like, what? You know what I'm saying? But your own people, you turn around and see them and, oh, man, you shoo them away. You understand? Damn, crackhead, you'll go in on your own people. But them, you won't. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, white lives matter. You understand? They've always mattered to white people. All right? And if black lives really mattered, we wouldn't be doing any of this mess.
Right.
You understand? We wouldn't be begging and pleading and doing none of that garbage. All right? We got a few more. Let me see if I find them. 1 second. A few more. Dumbass memes of the week. Alright, it says, while you're busy changing images, don't forget this one.
Right.
Don't forget white Jesus.
Right.
He definitely, and look, the ICPK already changed that image since 1969.
Right.
You understand? We got the real description of Christ, you understand the real image of Christ, not especially not the purple. What Jeremiah call it, the sexy Jesus. We definitely ain't got that kind of image going on over here. You understand? We ain't portrayed our king as a sissy with his chest all poked out. You understand? He's out of here. You understand? With his chest out and a lip ring and tongue ring, whatever else the nigga has. This sissy having a goddamn picture. Hey, and we definitely ain't got this devil right here has no image. We definitely ain't got him. You understand? We been through that image in the trash. Where it belongs in the fire. Right. You understand? Let's see, we got 3 more. And then we're gonna get to the topic.
Good night.
Hey, this on topic today.
Right.
You understand? It's on Black Lives Matter and then turn it LGBTQ. That's really what it is.
Right.
And then C plus, LGBTQ plus. You understand? For queer and tranny and, you understand, metro and retro and all kinds of damn sexuals. Go ahead, huh?
Pedophilia.
Oh, pedophilia. They down for all of that, man. You understand? Matter of fact, that's how they became LGBTQ in elemental P from getting molested. You understand? Oh, good.
The only thing missing from that meme is I would have got away with it too if they hadn't been unanimous ISUBK police.
That's right. Well, you know they sick of us.
Right.
You know they can't stand us.
You know, that's the famous line for every one of those criminals who got caught on school board. I would have got away with it too.
Right.
Yeah, no, you ain't. Not anymore.
Alright. Now this will say, God slaughtered an innocent child or baby in every Egyptian home to hurt the Pharaoh's feelings and make him give up instead of just killing him. Why didn't God just kill the Pharaoh? And then this is supposed to be Moses and the Egyptians. Of course, you know that's all wrong. And then the Pharaoh said, why does your God need my permission to let his people go? First off, he wasn't asking you, like, please let him go. Like, he was proving his point. You understand?
Right.
He said it in the scriptures that I'm going to show everybody who I am and how I get down by what I'm going to do to Pharaoh.
Right.
That's the part that they missing. You know what I mean? The Most High ain't no problem.
Right.
He ain't no bitch. He ain't no sis. He ain't wearing no shirt to some I'm a white dear police, I'm a white woman.
Right.
You understand? Or dear false guys, I'm a white guy. You understand?
Right.
He ain't got none of that on. He turned around and was going to show and then show the world. Because guess what? They remember that.
Right.
The Egyptians remember that.
Right.
They even know what happened. They said that the damn river that turned into blood, they say it still turns red to this day.
Right.
They say it still turns red to this day.
Right.
So they know, they got a constant reminder. You understand? And we got it in our book. So, I mean, you should be reminded of it constantly as well. That this wasn't, God asking for permission. Okay? He sent his top man to tell you to let him go. Most of them come in there like no bitch eating.
Right.
You understand? He did just what the Most High said. Go in there and tell him I said let him go. And he came in there just like that. He said, oh, okay, oh, you won't? All right, don't sweat. Don't sweat. Go ahead.
That's a lot. To even further prove that the Most High hardened Pharaoh's heart. He wasn't asking Pharaoh for permission. He made him say no.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, I'm going to prove a point through you.
Right.
Because if you were in your right mind, you'd let these people go after the first one.
Exactly.
But I don't want you to let them go. I want you to keep them because I want to make a point that will resound throughout history through you.
Right. Absolutely. The Lord made a complete fool out of Pharaoh. That's what he did. Like he said he hardened, most I say he hardened Pharaoh's heart.
Right.
You understand? To where he wouldn't let him go.
Mm-hmm.
To where he was, okay, I'm going to apply some pressure here. You understand? The Most High applied a little pressure. Had you thinking that, oh man, you don't let him go. Right. Oh yes he is. Watch. And then watch what he's going to do. that right there should make you want to serve the Most High even more.
Right.
Not join Kemet and make a dumbass. I know this was a naked that did this.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? This was a naked that boy did. But Egyptians know to shut their goddamn mouth.
Right.
You ain't heard them say nothing since this.
Right.
I ain't heard no Egyptians say anything foul against the Lord anymore. Okay? I ain't heard what the kings and the pharaohs saying now. Nothing. They got all your dumb black asses speaking for them. You understand? So like I said, but like I said, boy, I'll be glad when I be wake the hell up and realize that the Most High ain't playing no game. Go ahead.
That's right. That you know what I'm saying, that you said that, because the point was to be expressed to us.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not to it was for us to understand who God was. That's why he has to remind us throughout the Bible that he brought us out of Egypt consistently. Every time we do something, he has to remind you, like, you remember who I am?
Right.
You understand? I'm this cat. You forgot me? You remember when I brought you out of that turmoil that you was going through down in Egypt? And our people refused to realize that. So I'm pretty sure too, it was a nigger.
Oh,
me.
Of course. Of course. Then we go to the next one. It says, Moses wrote the first 5 books of the Bible. Well, Moses died in the book, got buried, and kept on writing. Hashtag ghostwriting. It's only in the Bible that a dead man narrates how he died. Oh my God. It's a little stupid. What an idiot.
What?
Dumbass meme of the week. Okay? Dumbass meme of the week. Alright, let's get to the topic, man. You can explain that some of that dumb shit. You know what I mean? You gotta let some of them be dumb.
Yeah.
You gotta let some of them be dumb, like the scripture say. Man, think you know something? Just let him think he knows something. And he don't know nothing. Alright? But let's get it, man. We're gonna go over this video real quick. I got to show this here. You understand? Got to go over this one here. Let me see. Oh, that's what I want right there. We're gonna show you at the event. I wish we had time to show the entire video, man. You understand? We're gonna show this little clip of this preacher. Alright? One of these Christian pastors, man. One of your Christian pastors. Boy, you look silly as hell, don't you?
Man.
Yeah, you gotta protect the people that are murdering him and his people. Oh, that's one hell of a job. That is one hell of a job. Alright. Let's see.
TJ standing by that.
Look
I
at
think he's trying to rejuvenate this. I don't know what he's doing.
man, look.
You old. Ain't no coming back, man. You are old. Yeah, I think that's what he's facing, a midlife crisis right now. At this point.
Hold on one second. Hey, what is that? Hold on, I think it's coming. Oh, boy, all this stuff you be posting, man. Yeah, I went to it. Second video. Now it's going all the way down this other time. Here we go. Here we go. This pastor right here. Alright, this guy, a body shed light on all of the homosexuals that was in the crowd. You understand? He turned around and he said, "ST.LOUIS, the whole event has been hijacked with homosexuals. Look around. You understand? And before I knew it, it was a gang of homos everywhere. What it was? It was all over the place.
Concern.
You understand? One of them had on a shirt that said, "I owe you nothing." I mean, I ain't gotta explain why I'm gay. None of your business. You know what I mean? Then one of the brothers turned around and this nigga had braids all the way to the ground, man. He had girl braids all the way to the ground. Like you see, like that picture they had a big boy that had a lace front wig, a blonde lace front wig on, man. Was that Photoshop? Was that a real picture?
That was a real picture.
Oh my God. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. But yeah, this guy here, he's a homo too. Okay, now I'm gonna point it out. Listen to the first part. it's a little windy, you can't hear it, but just try to key in real quick after the wind stops blowing to the side. One second. Okay, here we go.
I said I wanted to ask you something. You said, yeah. So finish, you know, finish what you asked. Finish what you asked. While we were preaching in support of homosexuality and lesbian, trans lives, gay lives, and all that. So it wasn't.
Okay, now, what I asked him was he in support, he's supposed to be a Christian pastor, and his speech that he gave, I asked him, why, if you are supposedly, because that's what each and every speaker got up there and said, that we are doing what God wants us to do. That's what they all said. They're doing this for God. They said it several different times. And he jumped up there and said something. He's a pastor. He gave his spiel about his church and where they at and the cash app and the website to sign up and donate and do all that.
Right.
So I asked him, I said, if you are a Christian preacher, supposedly God got you doing this, you're doing this for the Lord, right? Then why are you in support of homosexuality? And this is about to be his response to the question.
First of all, God said that a black man, straight man, that even his chosen people are not supposed to be homosexual.
So first, that's not what I said. So I invite you to listen to closely.
Okay, that's the first line. He said, he didn't even say that. He didn't say he was in support of it. When you go back and you listen to that speech, oh yes he was.
Right.
He said, he mentioned transphobia and how you're supposedly in like fear of, you understand, that's what phobia means, you're in fear of it.
Right.
You know, nobody's scared, I'm just sick of seeing them. You understand? That's what I am. I'm not scared of them at all. I don't have a goddamn phobia about them. I'm just sick of seeing them nasty about it. You understand? I'm tired of seeing two women praying and kissing and touching and doing all that nonsense when you're supposed to be with a man if you want to have sex. You're supposed to be a man, you're supposed to be with a woman if you want to have sex. Not no same sex. It's totally against the Bible. And this cat right here, this is another part where you're going to say,
If no one knows this man is spoken of as Christians.
okay, now notice, this is how Christians do. They always get off topic.
Right.
Instead of answering their question, you understand? So now he wants to go off with the Hispanic man. What I did was I mentioned blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians like we always do, just to identify who the Lord's chosen people are. And that's what I said. I said blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, who are the Lord's chosen people, are not supposed to be homosexual today. So now he wants to give a breakdown on no Hispanic man in the scripture, no Native American man, no black man, no African American man in the scripture. That's not even the point. You understand? But listen.
Talking of a Christian denomination, the word ethnos, and you don't need Queen Greek, you don't need Aramaic. And it's on top of you always says it's Christian. You just really don't know. First of all, homosexuality is not spoken of at all. We're spoken of as Christians and
He said it's not even homosexuality is not mentioned at all in the scripture. That's what he said. Okay? So you know that these people have an agenda. You understand? And they are anti-Christ. They're not followers of Christ like what they actually claim to be. They claim, well, you listen to them talk, and you listen to them preach. You swerve it down that they know Jesus like what they say.
Right.
You swerve it down, all that personal relationship, oh, you must have one. But look at how he talk. You know what I'm saying? Look at how he preach. And then he got money. That's basically all what they say.
Right.
And then they got money and a nice cars. Oh, so they gotta be blessed. No, it's just crooks, You understand? And what more a homosexual do for some money? You understand? Absolutely anybody. What more a whore do for some money? They prostitute. They're getting paid. You understand? They are getting paid to do what they do. And the push is nonsense from our people. And I'm going to get to it in 1 second. And just for the sound is a little distorted for the wind. But what he's breaking down now is he's saying that when a man puts his rod of another man behind, what that is that's an act of war and humiliation. He's just trying to humiliate your enemy. You understand? Like what they do in movies. Like, you know, all those are gay white saints. Whenever a man turns around and they haven't actually showed it on the movies, but they'll show where they turn around and chop the man's rod or because he owns somebody else, dope man, somebody or something like that. You know what I mean? If you do something sick to him, you know, like I said, that kind of stuff, that is as white as it gets. You understand? And that is as gay as it gets also. Only gay white people make up things like that to put in movies.
That's right.
If somebody owes me, give me my money. I don't want to see your rod. I don't want to cut it off. You understand? I don't want you to do none of that. You understand? I don't want to really exclude. I want you to pay me. That's what I want. How much money you got in the pocket? You in that pocket. You in this pocket. What you say? You understand? You got debit card, you got, what do they call it? Direct deposit, give me that debit card. You got the woman, give me that, you give me that. You understand? Give me my money. I ain't trying to, this ain't no throw. I don't want to bend you over and you, oh my God, that is so disgusting. But that's what this pastor just said. That's what that is. He said the scripture that says that a man shall not lie with mankind as he does with a woman. That's talking about when you having sex with her. Right. You understand? A man and a woman was created to have sex with each other. Not a man and a man. So when you lay down with a man, I don't give a damn if he is your enemy and you hate him. And you turn around and bend him over and screw him because you gay. You gay. It don't matter what you say, you doing it for your head. You understand? If you did it in his butt, you are gay. Simple as that. Ain't no way around that. No way around that. And that's what the Lord said. The Lord said, if you was man, you were man, then you play. Simple as that. And you're supposed to do that. If you're a woman, she's a woman, you gay, you're a lesbian, and you're supposed to do that. You understand? Simple as that. And guess what? The world would be a much better place without these homosexuals. It really would. It really would. You understand? Our brothers would be able to be a goddamn man, for one. Okay? Our children would be safe. A lot of these homos molesting children. That's how they became gay. Because somebody molested them.
Right.
You understand? The percentage is in the 90s. What is it? 92, 93%? It's extremely high. To where everybody that is gay has been molested before. And that is extremely terrible. You understand? The number is extremely high, and it's extremely terrible that this is even happening. But it's because you follow white people. You understand? Let's get to the list of the man real quick. I don't want to see them anymore. You understand? But I'm sure we're going to pull up the list of demands. 1 second. Isn't it that email? I got the list of, let me see. It should be a list of demands. Hold on 1 second, let me see it. Alright, I got it. Pull it up on the screen. Okay, this is Black Lives Matter. Juneteenth demands for our future STL. Right? Everybody see that? Athena?
Trying to car.
Got a little more room? A little bigger? Everybody see all 10 of those? Oh, it's too big. Can't see them? Can't see all of them? 1 through 10, huh? Mr. Wild? Both sides across. Okay, now the list of demands. This is terrible, man. I mean, I was getting sick to my stomach just listening to it. You understand? And the first list of demands is to defund the police. Who knows what it means to defund anything? What's the definition of defund? And what are they saying when they're saying to defund the police? What are they saying? Defund means what? Who knows? Go ahead, Sid. Absolutely. To take the money that they're doing, the funding the police, take it away from them and give it to community organizations, youth programs, shelters, pantries. You understand? Even security. You understand? You can turn around and like hire your own security or something like that for that with that money. And what they don't understand is they're never going to do that. Like, I mean, come on. Why are you asking, first off, why are you even asking them to defund their police, to defund their military? You understand? When that's how this country became so great, is by murdering and killing everybody. Do you think that they're ever going to change the way that they did it and got it all? Do you think they're going to have a change? You know what? We're going to defund all of these police officers. We're going to start giving the money to world community centers and all. Look, Buddha communities. Oh my God, they rehab road just a little bit. Going right around the corner. They don't look as bad as it used to. Road used to be terrible. The computers didn't work. You know how some scary movies go in, lights be flashing, smoke, steam be busting out pipes and all? That's how it used to look in the world. You understand? It used to look terrible up in there, man. But they went in there and rehabbed it a little bit, waxed, shine the floors, you know, put the court, the basketball hoop back together and stuff on the inside. It's a more presentable than the way it was. You understand? And they took over, I want to say, it was almost $100 million from war. You understand? When Mayor Bosley, when Bosley was in office, whoever he had over the program, I forgot his name, but he took $96 million from World Community Center. You understand? And then it was so sad that everybody that he had under him stole money. So you know what Bosley was up to.
Right.
You understand? He had the people in there stealing the money. How everybody you hire a goddamn thing? You understand? How everybody you hire is stealing money, big bread. I know little stuff. Mm-hmm. You understand? And they even had on a little community, a little town hall meeting there one time. And I heard it on the radio. I wasn't actually there, but I heard it. And the brother had asked, he said, man, what are we going to do if this place shuts down? What kind of programs are we going to have to make sure our children grow up and be decent? Nigga, you be the program.
Right.
You understand? Why we always got to depend on the government in order to turn around? Hey, we the program in the UPK.
Wow. That's right.
Bring your baby's kids up here. We'll get them straight for you. You understand? Bring them up here. And as we grow, we coming up with more and more programs for them. Summer programs, we got those. You understand? And especially, what is those things the churches do? The camps, right? They do the camps where the kids come back and get molested. You gotta worry about that in here.
Right.
Your kids come here, boy, you can leave here all month and ain't nothing gonna happen to them in here. Not in this goddamn program, it ain't. Right. You understand? Somebody will end up losing their neck and their head if something happened to a child in here. I feel sorry for you. You try to do something like that in here. But in the church program, hell, all of them doing it, so of course they ain't gonna say nothing. They don't say nothing to you about you molesting a child, but they doing it too. You understand? Disgusting. But in their program, yeah, those children get hurt, they get molested, they never want to go back to them, but you send them back to the programs in the churches anyway.
Right.
You understand? Because you such a Jesus freak, you such a freak for Jesus, you ain't even paying attention to your damn child. You ain't even been a parent. You understand? That's your job to protect them kids, not to turn around and do like what they say, oh, I'm going to just give you in there, put you in the hands of the Lord. No, the Lord said you take care of them goddamn kids. You lead and guide them and direct them. You lay down and have them. You understand? Don't turn around and they be too much, give them to God. You should let their daddy stand in line. You understand? It wouldn't be that hectic. All right? You had a little help. You didn't run the goddamn man off like he was crazy. You understand? So, but like I said, but they want to defund the police, man, which is ridiculous in itself. They're not going to do that. You understand? List of demands number 2. And the reason we're going over is to show you how idiotic Black Lives Matter is, how idiotic these preachers are. None of them are actually doing what it takes for Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people to be free.
Right.
I mean, it might look good to you. It don't look good to me, but maybe to some. You understand? It might look good for you to be out there hollering, Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Right. Hands up, don't shoot. All of that mess sound like a woman made it up. And you know what? They did. You understand? Women made all of that mess up. What's this name? Linda Gowser, whatever her name is, Gowser, and her husband or wife, which one is she? Is she the wife or the husband? You understand? Look that sister up. Linda
Alicia
Garza. Here we go. Alicia Garza, okay? She is one of the founders of Black Lives Matter, right? And she ended up coining that phrase. You know, they organized in about 2013, and they coined that phrase during the Michael Brown protest here in St. Louis, out in Ferguson. And they came out there and made all of them ridiculous signs and, you know, put them everywhere. Come on, Black Lives Matter, T-shirts, BLM, all that nonsense. If Black lives really mattered, you would teach our people to get out of the streets. Don't go protest, don't go walk, don't go march, don't walk now or the marathon. Right. You understand? Get out of the streets. And you know that guy that we saw, Commander General? Let's follow him. Right. He actually has the truth and what it takes for these people to be free. Not nobody else. Not their church, not Alicia Garza, and not her wife or husband. Which one is she the woman?
Kinda.
She's the woman?
Kinda.
Okay, so Alicia Garza, and she's married to Malachi. The woman's name is Malachi. Malachi Garza.
Good night.
All right, that's her woman. We got pictures of them too. I'm gonna pull them up in a second as well. You understand? And what's the other sister's name? Nalini Stamp, I think it is. She coined the hands up, don't shoot phrase. You understand? Let me see. Opal Tamedi, whatever her name is. It's another woman that's a part of these organizations. It gets ridiculous. And keep looking these names up. Keep looking these women up. This is why the Lord said in the scripture that this work is to be done by men.
Wow.
Right.
You understand? Because it's already solved.
Right.
Black Lives Matter. It's already solved.
Right.
I'm not going around screaming to the white man that my life matters and it should matter to him too.
Right.
I'm not doing any of that. What we're doing on the corners is we're praying for the destruction of this place. We're prophesying the destruction of America. You're seeing it right now. You're seeing it right now. The ISUPK has been prophesying the destruction of this place since 1969.
Right.
Under Commander General Yohana. And now you actually see it happen. He don't know what to do with this coronavirus. He don't know what to do with the next virus that's to come. The coronavirus, the COVID-19, is already mutating into COVID-20.
Right.
And 21 and 22. You understand? Then they got the locusts that's coming.
Right.
Then they got the sand clouds that's coming. Come on, man.
God.
You understand? You got to know. And if you would get in class and read these scriptures right along with us, you would know that every evil damn empire gets destroyed by the Lord. Right. That's just how it happens. I mean, In their right mind, why would God let an evil empire just rule forever instead of his? You understand? Now, because we sinned against the Lord, that's the only reason that we're in these conditions and that these empires are even doing what they're doing right now. Had we listened, they would all be following us.
Right.
But that's okay. It's coming. Our king is coming back in any moment. You understand? It's in the scripture. You watch for these times right here. The ISPK, only somebody watching.
Right.
The Christian church can't wait to open the doors to sing and dance some more. They are waiting to sing. Those Jesus freaks are waiting to knock the doors and the roof off the place again with their music. You understand? Within the scripture, the Lord said, I don't even want to hear that. Lord don't even want to hear no music. And it's in the Bible.
Right.
Tripped me out when I learned. You understand? I'm like, damn, you the Lord really don't like them songs? You don't like we all down and we get up. You understand? I knew it was ridiculous, but I thought, hey, man of God is singing it. What can I say about it? That's what I thought. You understand? I thought it was ridiculous anyway. Yeah, we fall down and we get up. Nigga, I ain't riding no bike, dude. Yeah, we out here getting murdered right here. George Floyd ain't get up. Nigga, what you talking about? Sandra Bland ain't get up.
Right.
You understand? Michael Brown ain't get up.
Right.
Philando Castile ain't get up. Tamir Rice ain't get up. I can just go on and damn on.
Right.
You understand? Them 99 million slaves didn't get up. You understand? The damn 25 Latino slaves, 25 million Latino slaves didn't get up. The 77 million Native Indian slaves, they didn't get up.
Right.
What are you talking about? We fall down and we get up. You damn dummy. You understand? It's ridiculous, man. And that's why we shouldn't follow organizations like Black Lives Matter.
Right.
That's why we shouldn't follow an institution like the Christian Church,
Right.
the House of Satan.
Right.
It's ridiculous. And nothing that they say is actually for the benefit of our people. Nothing that they are doing is actually benefiting the lives of black people. All right? And number two is to disarm, decommission, and dismiss the police. Oh my God. They think it's that easy and that simple. You understand? Like, let me tell you something. First of all, let's go over the definitions. What does it mean to disarm? What does it mean to disarm? Give it to me real quick.
To take away your armaments or your weapons.
To take away your weapon. Right? What does it mean to decommission?
It's a lot. Put them out of business.
It's the same as number one, the defund it. You understand? They don't take away the money. You understand? Take away the military records and all that. You understand? And to dismiss them, y'all know what that means. Time to go. Get out of here. You understand? Now, do you think that Esau is going to do any of that? When his boys in, let me tell you how he set it up. And you can look this up too. In slavery, like, have you ever wondered why is it so many municipalities in one area? Like, why is the city of St. Louis got the city of Beverly Hills, you know, the city of Berkeley, you got the actual city of St. Louis, then you can turn around and go to St. John, St. Anne, Brentwood, Bell Fountain. You understand? All these different municipalities. Have you ever wondered why they did that? They did that back in slavery so that they could control the slaves better. They can keep control instead of it just being so wide. You understand? And just like being in the city of St. Just picture this, the city of St. Louis just being just a city by itself. You understand? They turned around and they made more municipalities, broke them all up. And they said, okay, instead of this just being the city of St. Louis, in the city of St. Louis, you got the city of Beverly Hills. You got the city of Breckenridge. You got the city of St. John, St. Anne. You got all of that. And then guess what? You can hire more, what they called it back in the day, slave catchers. You understand? Slave police. Okay? That's what they did. And that's why they did that. And here in the city, like, you turn around and go down one street, and you'll be like, damn, I thought I was in the city. I thought I was in the hood. Now I'm in the county. Now I'm in this, now I'm in that, now I'm in that. You go up St. Charles Rock Road. Oh my God, it's 40 of them. It's about 40 different municipalities going all the way from downtown to St. Charles Rock Road to the end. It's about 40 different municipalities that you're going to go through. And guess what? All of them hate neighbors.
Right.
And they all pull niggas over all day, all night. It's so many brothers that I'm talking to that still, oh, I ain't going out there. I don't drive out there. But damn, but you're supposed to be free, ain't you? You understand? Hey, I thought you was free. Why you don't drive out there? Oh man, police, man, they all. You get in here, you won't be scared. You understand? You won't have that problem. I go there, where the hell I would go.
Right.
You understand? And wish the devil would. You don't choke me out on the corner. You understand? You have a whole problem. You have to blow my brains out. There ain't gonna be no urge going out of Captain Dog. Not me. You understand? I hate that happened to my brother. He's allowed it to happen. Go ahead.
That'll be the day they find out that Black Lives Matter.
Man, you that would be the day that they find out Black Lives really do. Oh, you know, Black Lives really do matter. They didn't just beg and say, hands up, don't shoot. You understand? It's not going to happen. All right? But that right there, that's ridiculous as well. All right? For them to even ask them to do that. Like, why are you asking them to defund and decommission and, you know, to disarm and dismiss their people and their military and their might? Why would they do that? That's how this country became as great as they are. Because they killed everybody, starting with you. Put you in chains, had you working for free, getting raped and robbed and beat and every damn thing else. Boy, you made them a ton of cash. And then it's a who looked this up for me? Somebody said there was a quote that somebody said it was something like, look at all of the different ways of the abuse that these people are going through, and they look like they like it. It was something like they act like they like it. I can't remember who quote this was and how it actually go. I know I'm chopping it up a little bit, but it was something like look at what all they going through, and then they act like they like it. You know what I'm saying? And we do. Like we talk that talk and complain, but it's like we really like slavery. We love slavery because we won't separate from the master.
Right.
You understand? What's her name? Rose Park. Harriet Tubman. She said it the best. She said, I freed thousands of slaves and could have freed more.
Right.
Only if they would have knew that they were slaves. They didn't know that. I mean, some of them actually thought that they were being treated good. And that's how you got to know that we are the same slaves that's in the Bible. We the only somebody that got that mentality. Coming out of Egypt, what did we say coming out of Egypt? Oh man, we had food, we had going on back there. We was chilling like that.
Right.
Hey, we come out here now, we ain't got nothing to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, is you crazy? That all you worry about is a bowl of cereal?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Your whole freedom, your whole life, you was getting oppressed, beat, overworked, and every damn thing else in Egypt. And you come out of Egypt, and all you worry about is a bowl of cereal? Like, come on, some Roman noodles? That's what you tripping off of? Go ahead, Doc.
Salaki, I don't want we're not talking about Stockholm syndrome.
Yep, of course that's Stockholm syndrome. You understand? Of course it is. It is. You understand? And we have to turn around, and this is why the ISUK works the way that we do. We know how to reverse the syndrome. You know what I'm saying? Commander Johanna has cured the Stockholm syndrome. It worked on me. You understand? It worked on everybody else that's in here. You understand? It works. All you got to do is just come and get the cure. But see, a lot of them don't like that medicine, man. You know, when you was a kid, what's that, 44 MD? Wasn't that medicine that was horrible? What's the name of that medicine? Tastes terrible. I think it was 44 MD or something like that.
I know what you're talking about.
MD 44 or
I
something.
know what you're talking
I hope I ain't mixing it up with no liquor, but it was some medicine, man, that was terrible.
I know it.
Oh my God, it was. Her mama, every time I used to hate telling my mom I was sick because I knew she had spare bottles of that shit too. You understand? Every time don't get that medicine, boy, he coughing and all, he coughing all on me. And I'm trying to hold my cough. And then she still heard, boy, you know I have to learn to take this medicine.
Salaki.
Good.
Robitussin?
It's some worse than that. No, sir. It's worse than that. I can't think of the name of it, man, but it was terrible. It was terrible going down. But boy, in the morning, oh my God, you feel like a brand new man. Straight up. chest folk out there before you wake up feeling like Popeye. I'm telling you. Straight up. But it was horrible going down. That's what this truth is like.
Right.
This truth is that medicine that you just don't want to take. You understand? You just don't want to wake up. You gotta stay asleep. It's more comfortable being asleep. Damn that. I love being woke now. You understand? I can't go back to sleep. All right? Sleep just sounds terrible to me now. I don't want to rest. You understand? Hell with that. I'll rest in the kingdom. All right? But number 3 is to close the workhouse. Oh my God. This is the medium security over on Hall Street, right? Now, this place has been known to have lost a lot of brothers in the system. You understand? Like all of them. Okay? I know so many brothers, man, that was in the workhouse for years and they hadn't even given them a court date. They didn't have a court date. Like, you just sitting there for 2 and 3 and 4 years and didn't even schedule them brothers to even see the judge. Straight up. So they have been doing criminal things in all of the whole system, not just the workhouse. You understand? But that was a terrible place. No heat and air. You understand? Like when what was that 2 years ago, Bob? When they was riding in that place, when it was so hot, the brothers was trying to get. I mean, they was passing out in there because it was so damn hot in there. You know, a couple years ago. So I mean, guess what? Commander Gideon Hunter has the cure for the prison too. He got to close the prison down. Right. And all black men and Hispanic men and Native Indian men got to do is just stop being criminals. Right. If we all come together in this truth and learn how to treat each other like brothers and sisters, then we ain't got to worry about robbing and stealing the feed you, so you'll get paid. You understand? You can get some clothes. Man, I hate that we didn't have none yesterday when we was out there feeding them. The brother, man, y'all ain't got no shoes. This brother was so dirty and filthy. Right. And his clothes. I said, man. So I said, well, we got so many clothes for you, brother. You understand? I said, I hate when you bring them. You understand? We had all that goddamn food. We had no room for them. We had no room for nothing else. Right. We took out a ton of food. You understand? But the brothers and sisters need clothes and shoes. And guess what? We got that for them too. They don't get it. We're going to get it out there too.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? But the point I'm making is, guess what? That brother would be in here, he would have clothes. He would have food. You understand? He wouldn't have to worry about that. He'd be good. You know what I'm saying? And this is time for our people to wake the hell up and realize that this is the only place where black lives really matter.
That's right.
It's in the ISUPK.
That's right.
Not in Black Lives Matter movement. It don't matter to them. You understand? Number one, the damn women who formed and founded the group is lesbian. They're not even going to be with a man in order to bring forth a damn black life. Right. So how does it matter to a lesbian? Black lives don't matter to gay people. It don't.
Right.
You understand? You won't even reproduce a black life. You understand? It's ridiculous. But closing the workhouse, we can tell you how to close the workhouse in here. Okay? And we can show you how to close all the prisons. You understand? In here. They got a new one that they built somewhere here. They get in Missouri, Bob, where they say you can't get no visitors. You can barely get calls and letters in this place. You know what I'm talking about? The new jail?
Since I've been out of this facility, I really don't know, you know.
Hey, give Commander out of that. Hey, he is no longer, that's what I'm talking about. Right. He's no longer a criminal. This guy used to be the biggest killer in the city. But now he's no longer a criminal. You hear me? And he don't even know where to put it. He said, I'm a criminal because I know. Is that what you said? Since I know, I still be doing stuff all the time? No, but for real, it's a prison. I can't remember the name of where it's at. But they said the brothers don't even get visits out there. It's so goddamn far. I don't even know if they got phones out there. They said it wasn't getting phone calls or letters or nothing in this new prison. Straight up, it's to lose you. You understand? That's why they put us in the system anyway, to lose us. You understand? So many of us have what they call lost to the system to where we commit a crime. That's not an excuse by no means for what I'm about to say. But when we commit a crime, that's their intention. is to lose us completely. You understand? When they do something, it's a, don't do that anymore. What's wrong with you, Billy?
Yeah.
You understand? Billy turned around and get a year, 2 years, and kill 12 people. But, and think about it. Look back at some of them videos where they was talking about those white shooters, school shooters. You understand? And it's, oh my God, he was going through so much.
Right.
Dylan Storm Root, he was, could you imagine what was on his mind? Yes, murder. You understand? That's it.
Right.
What else? But then, when it comes to a black, oh my God. You understand? Tyrone just got one teardrop on his eye. Billy is 15 and got 40 all across his damn face, his back, his arms, and every goddamn thing else.
Right.
That one school shooter, I brought this out in class one time, but he shot, I think it was 20 or 30 something kids in this school, elementary school kids, and he was pissed off because he did not shoot more. He said, I was trying to kill hundreds, I was trying to kill everybody in the goddamn class, and I'm mad because I didn't do it.
Yep.
That's what he said. But then, you know what they said about him? Oh, he was having problems at home.
Oh my God.
He was having problems. Of course he was. He was about to kill his parents.
Right.
Of course he was having problems at home. He was about to murder his family. And they knew it. You know what I'm saying? And he was having problems at home. But he took it out on elementary school and damn near killed all of the kids in the goddamn school. Thousands of little kids. He said he wanted all of them. He wanted to kill them all, man. But him, he was having problems at home. You understand? And black man, oh my God, there's no excuse for every day for what you did. Same way that judge did Amber Guyger. And the brother she prosecuted some years before that. A brother had murdered his 2 children, and he was begging and pleading and crying for mercy in that courtroom. Couldn't get nothing. But Amber Guyger, she got her clothes pressed. You know what I'm saying? Short, hair straightened. Amber made a beauty salon in the courtroom. They did her eyelashes and her lips and her makeup. You understand? They did all that for her. But she was a woman broken. But that man, that black man, he wasn't broken for what he did. You understand? He was actually remorseful. That whole wasn't.
Right.
That white woman wasn't remorseful at all. And is out of jail right now, ain't she? She's out now, I believe. You understand? Amber Guyger is out right now. Probably going to join another force and murder another brother.
Right.
And get another promotion. You understand? So, like I said, but these people, man, it is ridiculous. They claim the stuff they want. It is ridiculous, all right? Number 4 is to free political prisoners. This is a real show, right? Right along with the rest of them. Where are all the political prisoners at? In the city of St. Louis. They only locked up one brother just recently. What's his name? Michael Avery? That's the brother name? I think it was, Michael Avery. Mm-hmm. Michael Avery was the brother that just recently got arrested for inciting the riots and the looting in Minnesota. He was one of the, what's called, they call him a frontline responder. And he jumps out there whenever they go protest, and he get out there first, and he on the front line talking about Black Lives Matter, and hands up, don't shoot, and what's some of the other stuff that he's saying? Whose streets? Our streets. Who shut this down? We shut this down. What else?
I can't breathe.
I can't breathe. What else did he say?
No peace.
No justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace. Right, and you can't forget that. You hear me? No justice, no peace. He's one of the first ones that get out on the scene in the march and start hollering, no justice, no peace. You understand? He get it started, right? He get it turned up. You understand? And he turned around and took his butt out there to Minnesota, and on his way back, he supposedly had made some posts. And the police claim that the post that he made was telling hundreds of people to start looting and going into stores and stealing items at stores. That's what the police claim. Okay? I didn't actually see the post comments, you understand, but that's what they claim he did.
Right.
And when he got back, he got his car and immediately went live, and the police was arresting him. And he got denied bail, right? They denied his bail. Yeah, he ain't done a bond. He ain't done a bond. No, it ain't no bond at all. You understand? They're gonna hold somebody responsible. And see, this is why Commander General Hunter would never teach us to do that. Number one, that's not what the Lord said to do to fix our situation.
Right.
That's first and foremost. We got to follow what the Lord said. You can bet your bottom dollar on what God said in His book. And the way that we get free is not by going to protest. And I know the brother wasn't looting. You understand? I don't believe he was responsible for the looting. The articles that we pulled out had said white supremacists is responsible for the looting. I even pulled the picture where the cop was running out the goddamn store with him some bags.
Right.
One of the police officers said, hey, well, that's a good idea. And ran in the store and grabbed him some items and come out there, and they caught his ass coming out the store with a bag. Couple of bags, dude. Couple of bags. 3, 4 of them. You understand? And guess what? That's a cop. I pulled a video where the cop, the brother city worker had caught the cops putting the rocks out on the curb for the white supremacists to come and start throwing the rocks at the police and things. You understand? And they even said that, and we're going to read another, we got another thing to read too. But let's get to the only political prisoner I know is that brother right there. If you want to say that. You understand? If you want to call him that, a political prisoner. But I don't, he's not even that. He's just a naked that's doing something he shouldn't be doing, and now the white man's going to turn around and make an example out of him.
Right.
That's what he is. He's going to make an example. Since you are a frontline responder in these marches, in these protests, now he's going to make an example out of his brother. And already he can't even get out, and he's probably going to do some time. Probably. You understand? And then number 5 is to provide reparations. All right? We're going to show you what your reparations do. Get that article. Kunaya. Read that article real quick. We're going to show you what your reparations do. The white man has went around and fought everybody, right? And he has given plenty of reparations to everybody else, to Iran, Iraq, China, Korea. You understand? Everybody. He gave everybody some money. But he refused to give you that acre and that mule that he promised you. That's all he asked for, just a little strip of land. It's just a little goddamn mule so where you can start your business. Instead to where you can work your land. Right? That's all you want. But let's find out what the white man gave China. Let's find out what the U.S. gave to China after they had bombed him back in 1951? 1950? Yeah. In 1950, when the U.S. had bombed China. This was Hiroshima and was it Nagasaki? Nagasaki. You understand? Let's find out just how much money the white man paid and is still paying. You heard
how the U.S. and Japan became allies even after Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
They became allies. You understand? They became buddies. They became friends. They're gonna go to war together now. You understand? If anyone goes up against either one. You understand? If anybody goes up against China, if anybody goes up against America, then they're gonna help each other. But what they really don't know is China is really not trying to stick by that. China just turned around a few years ago. China had met with Africa, Russia, a couple of other countries. I think it was 3 or 4 or 5 other countries, and they said, we're going to go around the U.S. and we're going to trade with each other and not use their money. Because they own too much. You understand? The U.S. owns too damn much and they're not getting paid. You understand? And that's why these wars are going to end up, that's why the Lord going to break these wars out. It's already been in the works. World War III has been in the works for a long time. You understand? And like the scripture said, the white man in his pride is going to deceive him. While the people that he thinks is in his confederacy is with him, they're against him the whole time. They're plotting against him because they sick and tired of his garbage. You understand? Like somebody that owes you money and don't never pay. Like, come on, man. You understand? Come on. You want more from me?
Right.
You get, now you want everything that we got on Wish.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You already got everything in goddamn Dollar Tree.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In Family Dollar, in Walmart, you got everything China make all over this place. And you ain't even paying them for that. But now you want Wish too? Like,
Right.
that. You know what I mean? Like, come on. So they're tired of the U.S. They're tired of white men and his government. So they turned around and met with amongst themselves and said, we're gonna deal without them. You understand? And even after they bombed them, this is what the U.S. ended up giving them in reparations. Go ahead, Kalea.
Japan did not lift itself by its own sandal strap.
Now you know that's what they tell black.
Right.
Lift yourself up by your bootstrap. What the hell wrong with you?
Right.
Aren't you a man? Go get a job. Oh, they love saying that.
Right.
Go get a job. How the hell can we when you own them all and you deny us every time that we apply?
Right.
I remember when I was going around with it, when I first learned to dress for success and get a job, all this good stuff they were teaching me. I turned around and remember seeing some people say, okay, we'll give you a call. Thank you, sir. And my shit go right to trash.
Right.
I saw them throw it away.
Right.
You understand? How the hell you gonna get a job when you throwing my application in the trash? And then 9 times out of 10, we way more qualified than any of them.
Right.
You understand? But they get the job first. Matter of fact, they move them straight over to the supervisor, had them watching over us.
Right.
They don't even have to go start small. Oh, you know what? Come on, man. You know, I got a bunch of niggers that you can oversee. And you know what? It's laid back.
Right.
You got an office. You got some air. You know what I'm saying? We give you a company car. We give you a company credit card. Oh, man, you're good. You understand? While we out there sweating bullets and working day and night, and they sitting over there watching the camera, watching over us to make sure we working. You understand? Until you pull yourself up by your own bootstrap. When you got an evil monster over the top of you oppressing you every day. How the hell can you pull yourself up? When you got somebody with their foot on your goddamn neck, you can't even breathe and see shit.
Right.
You understand? They even lace it up. What are you talking about? You know, but keep going.
Since the war, USA has averaged 178 million a year.
178 million since the war they stopped. They still paying them. They are still paying them for what they've done to them. Right? But guess what? They keep doing what they're doing to us. They ain't never stopped.
That's
They
right.
ain't paid us. They ain't gave us an acre and a mule. They're not going to give us any reparations. So I don't even see why you even talking about it. If there was any reparations to get, Commander Junior Honor would be on it. He'll be on it. And we'll be getting the money. But we're not going to get it. If he ain't say get a reparation, I'm not even believing it.
Right.
This junk that they doing, it's just talk, man. It's just talk. How many years have we been talking about reparations so far? Count the years. Huh? Man, come on.
Yeah, so what's that?
We got emancipated in what?
Well, 1865.
1865.
155
So let's
years ago.
let's just go with that. You understand? 100 and almost 60 damn years. We've been talking about reparations. We can't even get a good paying job.
Right.
The most that we get is minimum wage. Now, what reparation do you think they're going to give you when they don't even want to pay you $7.25? Oh, it went up now. I'm sorry, it's $7.75, man. No, it's $8 now. It went up a quarter. I'm sorry, it went up a couple quarters. It's $8. That's what minimum wage is right now. But to survive and live comfortably, it takes $19.99. But you're only getting a big, whole whopping 8 an hour. You understand? Like, it's ridiculous. And to ask them for a reparation, oh my God, it's ridiculous.
So, like,
Go ahead.
I just wanted to, after giving you those numbers, I just wanted to give you a few other numbers so you can compare. The national debt is at about $24 trillion.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when they did that COVID CARES Act, they spent about $2.2 trillion.
Mm-hmm.
Right here, we are looking at, from the time that they started giving them this, which was in 1950, till today, which is 2020, they have been giving Japan over $12 billion in that time frame. Imagine how much of the black community that could have been fixed. You understand? So what we better realize is that they have never and they never will give us reparations.
Yeah.
You understand? They have never ever plotted that out. They stole from you the reparations that you got when you came out of so-called slavery and went into sharecropping. The land that you roll past when you go on road trips, that used to be the land that was passed down and given to us in the time of sharecropping. But they took it by making us go bankrupt. We could not heat the land up because they would shut us out from loans. So if you thinking that a system that was designed to break you down and to keep you broke, it's gonna now magically change because you got your hands up in the street yelling, hands up, don't shoot, please give me rights. And you think now they're going to give you reparations, you have totally lost your mind and you are insane. That is the definition for something like this. You understand? It's pure insanity to keep repeating to do the same thing over and over and thinking you're going to get results. Our people are insane. So I just wanted to give us that big number so that you can see the numbers, man.
Yeah. And that's ridiculous, man. You understand? They have paid everyone else. They paid the Jewish white man for the so-called Holocaust. The Holocaust was on us. That's the true damn Holocaust, man. But them putting us in goddamn slavery and murdering so many of us to even get over it. You understand? That's the goddamn Holocaust.
Right.
Murdering our brothers to take the land. That was the Holocaust. All right? Not just the Jewish people Hitler did to his cousin. You understand? Not that nonsense.
Right.
They even said it was impossible for him to so-called do that. You know what I'm saying? Eliminate that many damn people in the time frame that he did.
Right.
You know, they said it was completely impossible. It was all made up. And some of them might have got hurt.
And so one more point that we found out, me and the young man found out, is that 2 years before this, which was 1948, when America gave the so-called Jewish man the state of Israel, they were paying them reparations for another country. They were paying them reparations for France. You understand? So with that being said, they are willing to pay for another man's death.
Right.
And give reparations to a whole people you don't even have you freedom.
Right.
You brought them out of that oppression. How is it that you feel the need to pay them? You understand? When you know our names are on the books and the records of those slave ships that come over here, that you have in your records, you know that these black people are other people who built this country, that slaved the Native Indians that you murdered. You know these are the people who own this land, but you are refusing to pay. You're never going to pay. You never wanted to pay. And all the political nonsense we can do and try to barge our way up into this system is not going to change that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. It's not going to change. It's not going to fix a thing. You marching and begging and pleading, you've been marching for over 100 years too.
Right.
You understand? And nothing has changed from all of your marching. They're continually doing the same thing, which is to murder and oppress us.
Right.
So, I mean, you got to realize that you're doing it wrong. Michael Jackson said that in that song. He said, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Martin Luther King, you're doing it wrong.
Right.
Michael Jackson, you're doing it wrong.
Right.
Blah, blah, you're doing it wrong. Y'all doing it wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're doing it wrong, man. It ain't going to get fixed like that.
Yeah.
You understand? Go ahead,
It's like, if I may, sir, like you said, Martin Luther King and all those political so-called black leaders, so like all those so-called political black leaders, if they would have maybe focused more on reparations than they did integration, we probably would have had something.
You know what? That's a possibility. That's possible. But, I mean, even that, just them trying to integrate us with these people, like, that in itself is just terrible alone. You understand? I mean, they fell for the oath. They said, okay, we'll give you the reparations. They did do that. You understand? And they lied like they always do. You know, like they did with the natives and said, oh, we just want to learn the land. We just want to live next to them. We want to be neighbors. You know, like, what's his name? what's the white man? The song about the neighbor, Mr. Rogers. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. That's what he did when he came to neighbor.
Would you be mine?
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Mine.
Right.
You be my neighbor. Yes, we live next door, man. We share lawnmowers. You understand? We do all kinds of things, man. Sit out in the front yard, drink a beer. You know, what do white people do? I don't even know what do they do?
Eat cheese.
Good. Eat what?
Float trips.
Float trips. Float train with bungee jump, with zip line. Come on, be fucking neighbors. You understand? Whatever the hell they do, get us through.
That's a lot. I mean, the only reason they even allowed the integration movement to even go as far as it did was because they benefit from it. Because like we did during those marches, we were getting beat sitting at their lunch tables, not going to ours. Our businesses were suffering while our people are sitting in the white man's business begging them to take our money. And our education is better because we educated ourselves. Now we go and we're in their districts using their used books that's falling apart. You don't have no updates, nothing is going to benefit you. So integration completely benefits them. That's why, like, if they would have actually given us reparations and we would have not integrated, that would have destroyed their society. Right. So, but integration did the opposite. It bolstered their society. We support their society now instead of buying from ourselves.
Right. And so, luckily, if I add on to his point, the thing about that is that was back in, when was that? Those marches? The
60s. So like
fast forward, let's go to what's his name? Farrakhan's Million Man March.
Mm-hmm.
His things was justice or else. You understand? All he did was get black folks down there and get their money. Those people went down there and put money into all those businesses that were surrounded, which were not our businesses. They put money into all those people's hands, and Farrakhan passed the collection plate like the Christian pastor did. Of course, I don't care if he says he's a Muslim. We know he's a Christian.
Oh, he's definitely a Christian preacher. Definitely a Christian preacher.
He passed that collection plate out, took that money, and bought himself a helipad. You understand? And put on top of his mosque. So he didn't help us any kind of way. Marching has never helped us any kind of way, and it doesn't. And if I could, sir, I got a scripture to write down. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 40, chapter 40, verse 28. My son, lead not a beggar's life.
Right.
For better is it to die than to beg. The reason why the Lord is saying that is because when you're begging, I have you in my submission. We just read the scripture that says, he that yielded his members, you understand, that's who you serve. So like I'm paraphrasing. But if you yield your members to someone, this is who you serve. And when we're out there begging, we are in submission. You understand? We on the ground, we're on our knees, we're laid out with our hands up, don't shoot. These are positions of a beggar. Right. You understand? And if we're in that position, of course, you're laid down and I can walk across you. You understand? Right. There was that I seen a meme or something. It was from a movie, I believe. It was a young black boy. He was a slave, and the slave owner had his feet on top of him. And he said, you rub your feet and cause something to get rid of the rheumatism or something in your feet. Yeah. So this is what they've always done. Walk on the backs of black people. They built this place on the backs of black people. Right. Why? Because we continue to lay down and be beggars. You understand? Verse 29. The life of him that depended on another man's table is not to be counted for life. Meaning this, if you are waiting for scraps to be filled from the table, then guess what? Your life ain't worth living. You understand? That life is not counted for a life because you are in a place of begging. If you're begging all the day on your back, you can never stand up for anything that's happening against your people. You can't stand up against racism because you're steadily laying down on your belly trying to beg the people who are racist to you. Right. There was something that I believe Cap he said, you can't beg the devil not to be the devil. That's like the gazelle begging the lion not to be a lion. He's going to roar, he's going to chase you down, he's going to sink his claws and teeth into you, and he's going to have a meal. You understand? You can't catch the gazelle out there, hands up, don't eat. You understand? You ain't gonna catch the gazelle out there begging for you not to eat him. You understand? He is going to take flight. You understand? Like a lot of these brothers know to do when they see the cops. You understand? He knows to take flight. Let me keep reading. It says, for he polluted himself with another man's meat, but a wise man will nurture, well nurtured, will beware thereof. Meaning this, if you stand up on your own, come together with your own, and be nurtured through them instead of trying to beg, like the Cap said, we look for their systems to try to help us raise our children. We beg them for their systems, all of the programs that they come up with. We ready to jump in, we ready to take part in their programs as a nation of people who hate us. So we don't understand, they throwing the crumbs at us, is that their programs are never built to help us. They're never built to satisfy the need that is in our communities, but we continue on to jump in and be a part of their so-called political agenda and think that we're going to change something from the inside. So therefore, we're not well nurtured. We're on our bellies again, still begging and hoping and wishing and praying. Let's keep reading. It says, verse 30, begging is sweet in the mouth of the shameless, but in his belly there shall be a burning fire. Meaning this, you begging and everything they give you ain't healing nothing. They ain't fixing nothing. All they're doing is like they're throwing money, they're throwing food stamps, they're throwing all this down a drain that can never be filled, a black hole that can never be filled. You know why? Because all of those things don't fix your issues. Right. Everybody's looking for reparations, but guess what? Reparations money has never fixed black people. Money has helped to destroy black people. You better look at some of your stars that's strung out on drugs. You better look at some of our stars that has big mental issues. They kill themselves with their bank accounts full to the brim. You understand? They go out and get whores. They go out and take all sorts of drugs. Look at Lil Wayne. Look at all these rappers. Look at all these, look at Lamar Odom. You understand? Basketball players, all of these people. Look at these stars, these chief players and everything that have murdered themselves, committed suicide. Because money don't fix us. You know what fixes us? Coming together in the brotherhood and keeping the statute, laws, commandments of the Lord. You understand? And the only place to do that is under Commanding General Yohana in the ISUPK. You understand? There is no other way to get reparations. In here, you'll get reparations. It won't be in the form of cash. You know what it's going to be in the form of? Rulership on the earth. Yeah. You understand? We're not looking for a handout. We're looking to make sure your nation is on their knees in submission. You understand? And that's what we need for reparations. Not a couple of dollars in which you give away like it's nothing to every other nation. You understand? Now we got to beg for 40 acres and a mule. You understand? So with that being said, I just want to break that scripture down because that was a heavy scripture to hit right on that reparations and begging. You understand? This so-called list of demands that they got. You understand?
Absolutely. And then another one that I want to hit off on Isaiah 51 to 23.
Okay.
Isaiah
51 to 23. Read over real quick. When you mentioned how we laying down in the street, we actually are doing that.
Right.
And when I say we, of course, I ain't talking about us at ISPK. I'm talking about our people that's out there begging for mercy from His hand. You understand?
Nah.
They do what they call, this is as white as it gets.
Right.
It was called a die-in. Okay? And a die-in was where they went out to Clayton, in front of the Justice Center in Clayton.
Right.
And they all had white t-shirts on, and they all took red paint and slapped hands on them, you know what I'm saying, representing the blood that was on the cop's hand, and then it had the names of all of the brothers and sisters that got murdered by the police, and they laid down in the middle of the street and was just as quiet and silent and wasn't saying nothing, and they were just in the street like just laying down over. You know what I'm saying? While the police standing there over them, looking at them, looking just as stupid and ridiculous as you could be.
Right.
But this scripture right here, it made me think of that when you said they lying down, they begging, and doing all. We are coming up with more and more ways, and white people are coming up with more and more ways to actually humiliate black people, man.
Right.
That's humiliation. To turn around and play like you dead in the middle of the street, like play a possum or something, you know what I mean? That's what possums do. They see somebody coming, you understand? They act like they dead.
Right.
So they can live another day.
Right.
Right. But you won't turn around and shoot them. Okay, that's what they do.
Right.
So if they can live, they act like they did. And that's what you did, you understand, when you went out in front of the Justice Center in Clayton County, in the police right here in St. Louis, to where you put that stuff on your shirt. And had little kids doing it, man.
Right.
It was so ridiculous, man. I hated to even see that, man. You got little kids grooming them up to be beggars and to be soft just like them, man.
Right.
Little girls out there doing that nonsense. Well, we're supposed to be protecting them. You know what I mean? And who you is put them out there in the middle of the street to do a diet. You know, give me that scripture. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 51, verse 23. But I will put I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, bow down.
Do what?
Bow down.
Do what?
Bow down.
Bow down. Get down on the ground. You know?
That we may go over.
And we do what?
That we may go
Like you
over.
said, they want to walk all over. And they have been doing so.
Right.
And your preachers and Black Lives Matter and all of their affiliates and coalitionists and all of them other people have been teaching you to lay down on the ground so that white people can walk all over you.
Right.
You understand? You're not making a bold statement, or you're not making them realize they're wrong. You're not making them say, damn, maybe I shouldn't treat them this way. They're not thinking any of that when you go and lay down in the middle of the street for them.
Right.
They're not thinking any of that when you go and stand in front of the police station talking about Black Lives Matter. They are not thinking any of it. They know that you're saying, when they say bow down, you got down. That's what they know.
Right.
That's what they know. They say, get down on the ground. You understand? Yeah.
Right.
So I can walk over you. And you got on down. You been down for them. It's a shame that that sister came here and had said that cop tear gas turned her face with that stuff like he was trying to kill her. And I think about that all the time. Every time I see her, she's back at another protest. Every time I see her at another protest,
Can't get enough of it.
or she called me from another protest, and a matter of fact, called me one night and said, oh, should I go to Ferguson and go out there again? I said, you got to be crazy.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? I already told you not to go. Hey, but you gonna go, that's on you. You're going to get hurt out.
Right,
You're going
right.
to. You know, spray lasted in her face for about a week or two, she said. Couldn't even see good. You know, but if you back out there again, and guess what you said? Nah. So I can walk over. That's what she said. All right, okay. Hands up, no shoes.
Right.
That's what you did.
Right.
You know? And that's in the scripture. We them slaves. You understand? We them. Keep reading.
And thou hast laid thy body as the ground.
And you did just that. They told you to get down, and you said, I secure it.
Right.
Oh, it's okay. And you got down on the ground. Keep reading.
And as the street to them that went over.
You understand? That's what we're doing for these other nations of people. That's what your Black Lives Matter, you understand? That's what they're teaching you to do. To get walked over by these people. To get mistreated by these people. You understand? Did you find that quote? You find that quote for me? Okay, see if you can find it. Because that quote, I can't remember who said it and how it went. Because I might be saying it wrong. It's probably why you can't find it. I'm going to try to think of it. It was a quote where it said something about how look at how we're treating them and they act like they like it. You understand? It was a quote. I can't remember who said that. But it was a quote. And that's true. And it's in the scripture. Just said that they said get down and we said okay. And we got down on the ground for it. You understand? But not in here. You're not going to mistreat nobody in here.
Right.
You understand? It's not going to happen. All right. But let's jump to the next one though. And I got the founders of the Black Lives Matter movement.
Oh, so like you want me to finish reading that part of
No, they get the point. You broke it down You wrote it down as good as that damn article did. You understand? Yeah, but let's go to number 6. Number 6 was to decriminalize sex work. All right, and look at who is pushing it. Full-blown lesbian. This is the sister, one of the founders of Black Lives Matter, right? Full-out lesbian. This is Alicia Garza. That's the wife, right? Mrs. Alicia Garza and Mr. Malachi Garza. That's the husband. Okay. Mr. Mrs. All right, and look at this picture, man. Look at this freak here. You understand? If you can see, look at that sister. Look at that sister hand, man. This is the Black Lives Matter. This is what Black Lives Matter is all about. It's all about gay lives. It's all about trans lives. It's all about lesbian and queer and pedophilia. It's all about their lives. It ain't got nothing to do. George Floyd wasn't no homo. He wasn't no sissy. Michael Brown wasn't no sissy. You understand? That's what they coined the phrase for Michael Brown. And he wasn't a sissy.
Right.
You understand? And look at this lady, man. Look at the other sister, the one on the left. Look at her hand. You understand? Her hand is almost on her vajayjay.
Right.
You understand? It's almost on her vajayjay. That is disgusting. This is what Black Lives Matter is all about. You understand? Taking funds to push homosexuality on black people. That's what that preacher was at that event for. The Juneteenth event got hijacked by homosexuals. You understand? That's why he was there, because guess what? He's getting paid also. You understand? And you got billionaire George Soros is the one that's behind funding Black Lives Matter and a lot of these preachers. What they call anthropologists? Ain't that what he is? Philanthropist. Okay, I knew I had the word wrong. Whichever one it is. You understand? Whichever one it is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah. But yeah, he turned around and he's the sissiest goddamn self. You understand? He is a sissy himself. And he's funding this organization to turn around and do what they're doing now. Let's see, I think we got one more. Yeah, here we go. This is another one. The Black Lives Matter, why are the founders of the movement all lesbians? You understand? And they had, I think that one guy, he was gay too. He got killed, right? Or did he kill himself? Look at it from, I think the one guy that was one of the founders or one of the organizers or something, he killed himself, I believe. He was a sissy too. So, but it's a bunch of lesbians, and that one guy was in that group, I believe. And these are the founders. You understand? All lesbian. Now, look like lesbian lives matter to me. Don't look like anything black matter about this picture right here. You understand? When you won't even get you a husband to be a family, you understand, and have children, bring forth the black life. You understand? So this is ridiculous. But number 6, let me go back to the letter, to the list of demands. Let me pull this back up. All right, the list of demands again. Number 6 is to decriminalize sex work. Now, what does the word mean, decriminalize? What are they saying by decriminalizing sex work? What does the word decriminalize mean first? Go ahead.
To make it legal.
Say it different. Give it to me in a different way.
To make it not a crime.
There we go. That's how I want it. To make it not a crime. You was right in a sense, but to decriminalize something, you're taking whatever the act is, you're taking the crime off of that. Right. You understand? Like if they wanted to decriminalize boosting, right? But when you would go in the store to pick up an item and walk out, with the item in your bag or in your shirt, they're decriminalized. That it's no longer a criminal act.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead.
That's a lot. When they usually decriminalize something, it usually comes with a what's it called? A license. So so basically, it's no longer a crime to be a prostitute.
Right.
You just got to be a registered prostitute with the
Right.
city.
Pay these taxes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Pay us
Like they did with strippers. You understand?
And what they did with marijuana in a lot of places.
Yes, yeah, prostitute. That's prostitution.
Right.
And they turn around and decriminalize it.
Mm-hmm.
And first it was illegal. You understand? Because you look at all the whorehouses and things they had back in the day. So the police come, everybody go run and hide somewhere. You understand? Because it was a criminal offense. You understand? To be a whore, a prostitute, and strip and all that nonsense. Now, you go in the whole house, and guess what? It's not a crime anymore. You understand? This is what Black Lives Matter. If I cannot believe that my people actually saw this list and was in agreement with this mess.
Right.
That's what got me the most, man. Is that they didn't pay this any attention. I'm looking at the goddamn crowd. I'm looking at my people. Now the white people that was, I know they didn't give a damn. But I'm looking at my people. They like I'm oblivious to what they listening to. They didn't even catch any of this, man. I didn't see not one face turn up and say, wait, like what? Are you kidding me? Like decriminal sex work? You understand? Nobody budged. All of our people were sitting there listening and missed the whole damn thing because they sleep.
And so hot.
Yes, good.
The only time it seemed like somebody realized it was when you broke it down to them.
Man, I'm telling you, it's ridiculous.
Right
Huh?
off the top of their head.
This is what all of them people at the Juneteenth event that was here in St. Louis was in support of. You understand? Homosexuality, porn, everything that God is against, they're for it.
Right.
You understand? They're for it all right here, and they got it in this list of demands. All right? So they wanted to decriminalize the sex work. Let's see what number 7 is. Number 7 is they want to decriminalize HIV. Like, come on, man. You got to be sick. Black Lives Matter, they are some sick individuals. It is a crime for you to have a disease. And that's a deadly disease. A deadly sexually transmitted disease, and you not tell someone else you got. When you do like China and take a goddamn stamp and stamp AIDS and HIV all over your ass, you understand, and put it in neon and reflecting light, you understand? So when you put the red light on in the bedroom, they tell you, oh, what that say? HIV? Oh, no, get out of here. You understand? That's how they do it in China. They stamp that shit on you when you got AIDS and HIV in China. They need to do that here in America. You understand? Because that is a criminal. You're murdering a person. You're taking their life when you turn around and sleep with them knowing that you got a disease. It was a brother that just got, I believe he got 20, here in St. Louis. I think he infected, it was either 4 or 5 women with that. He got 25 years for that. You understand? But now they turn around and saying it's no longer a criminal act. Because why? Because they know a lot of them gays got AIDS. You understand? And if they turn around and sleep with another person and give them AIDS, then they'll be going to prison. You understand? And they know they got it. But they don't take it and decriminalize it to where, you know what? You're not murdering a person. You're just loving who you love. You just wanted to be with that person so bad that you didn't tell them you had a deadly disease and it would kill them if you got in the bed with. So you know what? No, we're not gonna lock them up for this. We're just gonna turn around and just say you made a mistake. That's what they're gonna say to you. You made a mistake. They're gonna take away the crime of you. Now you murdered a whole person. And you know what I did? After I read this thing, I went and I watched a couple of sisters, some videos that how they contracted AIDS and HIV. You understand? And their story was horrible. You know what I mean? It's terrible how a lot of brothers and sisters have contracted these diseases. And because of Black Lives Matter, because of preachers, they won't tell them the truth. That's why they're out there getting. You understand? That's why people is out there getting, man. They won't tell them that, you know what? Don't be a whore, sis. Don't be a whore mama. get you one woman, one man if you want to be with a man. Brother, if you get a woman, that's your wife. You gotta be with her forever. You understand? They refused to tell people that. You understand? They refused to tell. The pastor said the Bible does not even mention homosexuality at all. That's what the preacher said to me when I asked him, why is he in support of it? Because guess what? He put his stamp on this. He put his stamp on this list of demand. And he mentioned it in his great speech that he thought it was great, that he gave. You understand? And decriminalizing sex work and decriminalizing HIV, they are pushing, they are for it. You understand? And if we obey the Lord, we wouldn't be out there doing no sex for no work.
Right.
You understand? We wouldn't be out there contracting AIDS and HIV. You understand? If you obey the Lord.
Right.
But they will never tell their people the truth. All right? And then it says to expand Medicaid. Now you know why they want to expand the Medicaid. So, because Medicaid, they have approved transgender operations. You understand? Through Medicaid now. So you can turn around and that's why they was pushing their health care and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like Barack Obama and all these people trying to push health care on our people because they knew they was coming in with the next scheme. You understand? They was coming in with the next scheme to where our people would turn around and in their mind think that they want to trans their gender, will go and use their Medicaid card, use their insurance to have a goddamn sex change.
Right.
You understand? When that is totally white. To change, I love the sex that God created me. You understand?
Right.
I'm fine with being a male. You understand? I am very comfortable. What they say, in the skin of it, I'm cool in the skin I'm in.
Right.
You understand? Don't change it, don't shave nothing, don't try to don't do none of that.
Right.
Not to me. You understand? I would never use my insurance for nothing like that. You understand? Good night, but that's what they were pushing on us. That's what we don't know what the next trick was. You understand? We don't know that. We thought, oh man, Barack Obama was trying to give everybody free health care. Wow. But then they come up with that right after. You understand? To say you can go change your gender if you want to.
Right.
Man, when I went down there to work in Katrina, a lot of people, they put them in the paper, right? And busting them, exposing them for the different things they were spending their FEMA money on. And guess what? Some of them spent some FEMA money on? Sex changes. I remember. You understand? Sisters bought Gucci and Prada purses. Brothers was buying Moet. They were buying rims, TVs, beats. You understand? And then at the end of the list, they had a couple of sections. I said, oh my God. You understand? And man, that was terrible. That was terrible. As soon as I got there, I picked up the paper. It was the news on what was going on in New Orleans. And I read that and saw it, and I was like, oh my God. And they was taking the FEMA money and getting sex changes with it. And then now you're going to be able to take your Medicaid, you're going to be able to go to the clinic, people's clinic on Martin Luther King, and go in there and get you a goddamn operation. Man. That's disgusting. But this is what Black Lives Matter is pushing. They're pushing that. Get that expand Medicaid to the trans, to the transgender. That's what it's expanding it to. Because every black person that don't have insurance on their job got Medicaid, got Medicare. You understand? We're the ones that got it. So they're trying to expand it to them trans so that they can go ahead and get them operations.
Right.
That's what they're doing with that. And number 9 is city and state trans protection.
Yeah.
Now, good night. Give me that scripture in Leviticus. Show you what the Lord said was to happen to a homosexual. You understand? What's it, Leviticus 21? Give me that. Leviticus 20 and 13. Give me that.
Oh God. Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination.
An abomination is something that the Lord hates. You understand? And the preacher that we showed, what was his name? Pastor Sterling, right?
Right.
Pastor Sterling said the Bible doesn't even mention homosexuality. It ain't even in there. That's what he said. And here it is right here. Read it again with the top.
Title God. Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13.
One second before you read that. Give me the definition of homosexuality. Google homosexuality. And let's see what the definition is. We're going to see, does the Bible mention it? It's several scriptures all over. Go ahead, read me that definition. Nice and strong, boys.
The definition of homosexuality: the quality or characteristic of being sexually attracted solely to people of one's own sex.
Okay, so you get that, right? Now read that scripture.
Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind.
So if a man lie with mankind, you are attracted to the same sex. Like what the definition just said. When you're talking about having sex with them, it's not even sex. You understand? That's not even sex what they're doing. Sex is a man and a woman getting it in. You understand?
Right.
That's what sex is. Not no goddamn man and no man. What's that old saying? God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What does Steve? Matter of fact, I didn't even think about Steve until I want to drink with somebody. What's up, Steve? I got some beer, man. You ready? All right, come on, Steve. Let's drink. That's it. You understand? That's the only thing I'm thinking about doing with Steve. You understand? Is come on, man. Let's drink, barbecue, or something like that. You know, let the kids play in the backyard, watching, or something like that. That nature. Nothing else with Steve. But Eve, oh my God, I got something we gonna do later on. You understand? What the song say? The freaks come out at night. You understand? We're going to finish that scripture.
As he lieth with a woman.
So if you turn around and if you are attracted to a man and want to lay down with him like you are, like he is a woman, you read?
Both of them have committed an abomination.
Both of them have committed an abomination. And
they shall surely be put to death.
now, that's what the Lord, that's what God said.
Right.
Black Lives Matter claim that they are doing what the Lord said. That's what they said on the, you can go and look it up. You can go watch the clips of each and every last one of them. The lesbian sister that read this list of demands claimed that, you know what, we're out here because God wants us out here. This is what God wants us to do.
Right.
God said, now don't go put no homosexual in the devil.
Right.
Don't tell him Cap told you put a sissy in the devil. Alright? I didn't tell you to do that. Alright? But God said that a homo shouldn't get to breathe once you come out the closet, he's supposed to be dead right in front of that closet.
Right.
You understand? And then, but Black Lives Matter turned around and said they want city and state trans protection. They want to protect these trans. They want to protect the gays. You understand? One damn homosexual, one trainee supposedly got murdered by a cop. Why did he get murdered anyway? What was the reason for him supposedly being murdered by the cop? Did he try to touch him? Did he come on to him?
Right.
You understand? Did he put his hand on his chest and tell, I got a way I can get off this ticket? Did he understand? Did he come on to the cop in any kind of way?
Right.
What supposedly happened? Because they never really brought out much about the story.
Right.
They just started marching and protesting for a transsexual. Talking about trans lives matter now.
Right.
And this is the same old Martin Luther King shuffle. This is what Bayard Rustin did when he was done with the civil rights. He started marching and protesting for gay rights.
Right.
And he incorporated it right on into the so-called civil rights. And now Black Lives Matter and the preachers are putting it right along with the Black Lives Matter protest.
Right.
The murder of innocent black men and women. Now you want to put this sissy mess and tack it on to it. And not only tack it on to it, but put it in there with it.
Right.
Mix it right on in there with the list of damn demands. And then number 10 was the whole transphobic reporting accountable. Like, you can't even say nothing. You can't even report. You can't even mention a sissy no more. You can't gay bash him. You can't, what do they say, what do they call it when you're talking about them? If you just say, speak against them, they don't even want you saying that. What do they call it when you speak against them?
Hate speech, I guess?
Yeah, hate speech, yeah. They don't even want no hate speech. You can't say nothing about it. Now you can't even report. They don't want no, they want to hold transphobic reporting accountable. Go ahead, bro.
So you're supposed to report if you see somebody saying something bad about homosexuals.
Yeah.
But if somebody don't report they got HIV,
Right. There we go.
they fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Salakia, if I hear that on that
Absolutely.
point,
Go ahead.
that decriminalizing HIV and city and state transportation goes hand in hand, because the reason for them asking for transportation is because they're not telling brothers who, ain't smart enough to realize this is a man. They're not telling this person that I'm a transsexual. You understand? They go and get that surgery and then pretend to be a man, and then you have mentally ruined a person, and you're liable to lose your life. There was a Hispanic brother who just murdered a transsexual after spending only 20 minutes with him. You can't be trying to beguile a heterosexual male into something like that. That's detrimental to him in his mental state and in his social status. You understand? People don't look at a man the same once they find out you was around the train. You understand? Ask some of these so-called rappers. Right. They're trying to talk that hard crap against somebody say, you was with a train. Right. They stopped buying his records. You understand? So those two go hand in hand, man, and they think they are slick. You understand? But what they're trying to do is make it legal for you to turn a black man into a homosexual without any repercussions or anything from it. You understand? Because that's what that is, bottom line. Now I can sneak into your bedroom. You understand? But us brothers in the UPK, we see a homosexual, transsexual coming from a mile away. You understand? So he ain't got that chance with us, luckily. But that's why we say, you ain't in here, you a homosexual. You understand? You ain't in here, everybody else homosexual. You understand? But we in here, we know. You understand? But that's all I want to bring out, sir.
Go ahead,
Salaki, if I may, sir. And also, what you were saying is true about the Black Lives Matter. They couldn't possibly be doing the Lord's work, because it's an article right here saying that in California they want to ban Bibles because it speaks up against homosexuality.
Absolutely. Of course.
So Lucky, that's Black Lives Matter as a part of that?
Well, it's the LGBTQ elemental P.
XYZ.
Yeah. But I mean, that's basically what Black Lives Matter represent.
Right.
And it's a news article stating that anything coming against homosexuality is banned in the state of California, meaning you can't speak up against it. And if this bill passes, it says even including Bibles.
So Lucky. So what you just heard there, while they always trying to bash the ISUPK about having a 501c3, what you couldn't find out is that a pastor can't be in his church and talk against a homosexual.
Right.
He can't deny him by saying what's in the Bible. You understand? If they're banning Bibles, then that means they're going to ban the reading of the Bible in public, if that's the case. You understand? Oh, that's good. Nice.
Go ahead, see.
And Barnes and Noble just reloaded all Bibles from all of those stores.
Oh, yeah?
Because they said it's too many errors.
Yeah. What error is in there?
Homosexuality is one.
What error is in the book? Oh, it's definitely an error to be homo. But what error is in the book? And that just goes to show you that the people that rule over us are not people of God at all. Like they actually look at Joel Osteen and think he's a man of God. Right. They look at Peter Popoff and think he's a man of God.
Right.
They look at Jimmy Swaggart. They thought he was a man of God. You understand? And look at all these people. They probably thought Jeffrey Dahmer was a man of God too. You understand? Like we really look at them and don't see no wrong, no evil, no none of that. But when it comes to our own, oh my God, everything is moving to evil. You understand? We see what we do, we can't see nothing that they do. And that just goes to show you that our people are truly asleep. And that Juneteenth event here in St. Louis, it was nothing but another rock of my baby event. It was to rock you back to sleep. It was no momentum out there whatsoever. The crowd they wasn't wired up, they wasn't ready to hit the streets, they wasn't feeling none of that junk that they was talking. And that's actually a good thing. You understand? That's actually a good thing, man. I just cannot wait until our people wake all the way up from the Christian church. You understand? And actually get in this truth, man. And don't let these organizations, these groups, you understand, these people that actually mean you no good, don't let them lie to you anymore. Right. You understand? You come in here and learn these scriptures, man, you'll be just as woke as you need to be. Right. And won't nobody be able to pour no hocus pocus over you. Won't nobody be able to pour the wool over your eyes. Won't nobody be able to rock you back to sleep. I ain't been sleeping since I've been in here. You understand? I ain't been sleeping almost 7 years. That's a long time to be woke. You understand? No coffee, no 5-hour energy, right. No Red Bull. You understand? Nothing but scripture. I'm woke. Go ahead.
So I got a scripture.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good, and good evil.
Absolutely.
That put darkness for light, and light for darkness. That put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter. And that's exactly what that's doing, man. Yeah. When you say you got to take out the Bible because it's against homosexuality, one of the very things, the apparatuses that destroy black people, man. You understand? And in the state of California, at that, you understand? The state of all fornication. You understand? Down there, it is live. You understand? Just like it's live in Atlanta. You understand? That homosexuality, man. And you want to take the Bible away because you say it's evil. It speaks against what is truly evil. Right. So you calling it good to be taken away. You understand? But it was good that it should be there and be spoken of and be spoken about. Now we can't speak against a homosexual, man. You understand?
Can't do it, huh? You understand? And that is ridiculous. You know, look at the Black Lives Matter founders. You understand? Look these ladies up. They're all lesbians. Everybody that run the programs are lesbians. You understand? They all prostitutes. They all whores, man. You understand? Right. They are whores. And they're taking money from other whores. You understand? From like I said, that sissy, George Soros. You understand? This dude been put money in all types of places. Been creating all kinds of foundations. And secretly is giving funds. They actually had, matter of fact, get that other article. When I asked one more, let's read this one. Influence watch. Let's see, read that. That should be the first one. The same one you got. Read that.
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter is a movement of ostensibly seeking to reform police conduct, especially as it involves use of force against African American suspects and civilians. The movement has been criticized for appearing to tolerate violent demonstrations in its name, for stroking racial tensions, and for creating unsafe environment for police.
Imagine that.
Right.
Imagine that. You're standing there begging the police to realize that your life matters, and you're making it unsafe for them.
Man.
You're standing there, hands up, don't shoot, begging the police. Please keep your taser and your gun in your holster. And please don't shoot. I said, ain't even do nothing. I said, well, no trouble. And you're making it uncomfortable for the police. Get out of here. You understand? It's ridiculous, man. But go ahead, keep reading.
Other critics say Black Lives Matter pushes a left-wing extremist agenda under the false appearance of a moderate reformist movement.
Okay, now, who knows what the left wing is? But for the time's sake, I just bring it. Oh, go ahead, bro.
The left wing are Democrats or so-called liberals.
Huh? Left wing critics.
Yeah, liberals or Democrats in this country.
Oh, okay.
They're about basically freedom, excess, let anybody do everything they want to do, get rid of restrictions. They hate religion, things like that.
And what way do they claim to obtain what those goals?
Through voting,
Through
political process.
violence and not voting.
The extreme left wing.
Extreme
Extremists, they blow up.
Those way, I know you know. You understand? The extreme, they want to change the laws and do all this nonsense, but they don't want to sit and talk about it.
Right.
You understand? They want to go to war about it. They want to burn up the building like what they was out there doing. You understand? In the protest, good.
Yeah, like the extreme left wing leads more towards anarchists. That's the anarchy.
Right.
They hate
Absolutely.
government.
Right. Instead of them wanting to sit down and talk like they got some sense, they said to hell with that when they got their ARs, hit the streets, you understand, and went to the city officials and town halls and city halls and all of that with ARs loaded saying, you ain't gonna make me a slave. You understand? I am not a nigger.
Right.
And they had nooses. What do you think the goddamn nooses was for? Mm-hmm. You understand? Like, really, just so you won't catch a cold, they tell you stay in the house, and you think they're trying to make you a slave. Mm-hmm. Like, the white man is the devil, the Bible speaks of. He is ridiculous, man. You understand? He is ridiculous. But go ahead, read a little more.
Come. In 2014, the movement gained significant traction after the fatal shooting of Michael Brown, becoming a diverse and loosely connected coalition of groups rooted in the rejection of police violence, but each seeking to rectify its own perceived injustice.
Okay, so all of these organizations that's coming together, they not even on one accord. They all trying to do their own thing. They all want to be the next top Martin Luther King. That's going to sell the people out and be like the greatest of all time. You understand? They really think Martin Luther King was a great figure, you understand, in the black community, when he was absolutely the worst ever. You understand? He was the worst ever. Because what did he do? He sold us out. He taught us how to be weak and how to be cowards. They had little girls getting blown up on buses. You understand? They had children out marching and protesting, getting arrested and getting beat like they was grown down men and women.
God.
You understand? Had our brothers, even our grown men and women was out there getting beat and, bit by dogs and hoses, you know what I'm saying? Just them goddamn things hurt. You know what I'm saying? I remember playing in the damn thing. Playing in that war. You get up, we all used to do that. Run up on the scene and shoot it on their back real quick. That goddamn thing used to hurt. But just imagine the force of it. You understand? With that whole, you understand, to where they narrowed it down. They got it coming out fine, not missed, but, you know what I'm saying, straight damn arrow. Oh my God. Like, man, that right there, that pressure point hit you and hurt you. Right. Rip your flesh off. You understand? It can rip your flesh off, and that's what Martin King did and had them people out there doing. Now, Black Lives Matter is doing the same exact thing. You understand? They are doing the same thing. Your Christian preacher is doing the same thing. Those pastors that endorse that list of demands is doing the same thing. They're teaching our people how to be weak and how to just lay on the ground and let the other nations of people walk all over you. When if you would just turn your back away from them and marching and protesting, they would realize. They would tell you, no, we'll get out on the ground and let you walk over us if you come back to work, please. Right. You understand? Please give us, pay us our rent. We'll let you walk over us. That's what they will do. If we would turn around and we had some real sense. But we keep following these preachers. We keep following Black Lives Matter and all of the other affiliates that's only out for their own gain. All of them. All of them are about putting money in their own pocket. What program was that? I think it was Better Family Life. They supposedly had gotten so many millions of dollars to do